Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the peaceful town of Sinope in the province of Bithynia on the shores of the Black Sea, where the Emperor Julian, known as Julian the Apostate, spent the early years of his childhood. I am, of course, Marcus Aurelius, and this is Total War Attila, the Eastern Roman Empire, and history. In the last episodes, we discussed Constantine the Great, and in the next couple of episodes, I want to talk about Julian the Apostate, who was actually Constantine's nephew. But first, let's take a look at what's going on. We have a population surplus in Cilicia. In Myra, or Myra, that is this town over here. Okay. What should we build here? It's really a good question. We don't need anything here. We have fields, but I don't believe the fertility is anything special. No, it's okay, but certainly not anything to write home about. We already have a church. Sanitation is taken care of. So perhaps industry? Either troops or industry, and I think I'm going to go with industry. And to make up for the public order loss of that, let's build a Greek church. And it looks like we still can't do anything here about the gold. Soon, however. Soon. Everyone's been kind of getting nervous that I'm building too many sheep in my high fertility provinces. I have tons of food. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. But I'm going to improve this one just to produce even more food. And by extension, more money. This fellow is moving up here to deliver troops to the front. I'll have him sit in Serdica. If the Huns were to betray us right now and attack Constantinople, that would be an interesting day. Now, I was told to build garrisons or watchtowers here in these towns. I have to say I'm not very familiar with that building. How can I look at it? No, that's dismantling. Well, you know what? I'll look at that off camera. I don't need to burden you with it.
Ready for battle.
So we have Augustus here, or Arcadius Augustus, and we have some Ostrogoths here, led by their king. We are not currently at war with them, but I see them going for Salona. I recently told the Romans, the Western Romans, that I wouldn't declare war on the Ostrogoths, but now it appears they're making it harder for me to say no. If they attack Salona, I will have to get involved. That's 2 huge stacks of barbarians. Although Sirmium is hardly defended by anything. Just some few rebels.
How can I serve the people of Rome?
So, I'm going to move this guy,
Make haste, men.
Flavius Euticianus, here.
Is that all?
And if Salona is besieged, his larger army will go and work on that. But Arcadius, I believe, should be enough to take down Sirmium.
I'm afraid we cannot.
But I want to attack it from a certain angle.
Forgive me, but I cannot.
What is the problem here, guys? I guess you can only attack it from this angle.
To the settlement. None will escape.
And you know what? We could fight the battle. I say we do it. Actually, I say we do it auto-resolve, but hopefully he won't get a horrible trait. Rolling the dice here. Let's see. Yeah, let's go protective. Ooh, just kicked him in the jimmy. And that's the end of those rebels. We lost almost 100 men. and we are just going to occupy it like the good little Romans that we are.
Ready
And
for battle.
hopefully, Arcadius, nothing bad has happened to you. Nope. Although he is harsh again. So now Sirmium belongs to the east. And we can afford to... Really? We have to convert it? Really? We can't just repair it, huh? That is something else. We have a Tabernae. Okay, Latin Chapel, that makes sense. Although, at this point in time, it's really not that different. And the rally field should be exactly the same. We should be able to just walk in here and take over, but apparently not.
What does Rome
So he's just going to sit here, and his troops are going to refresh. We have this gentleman down here to perhaps protect Salona, and we have this gentleman in Serdica to refresh Arcadius, and then go back and hire more troops. I think we're doing quite well.
ready for orders?
This legion's having a bad time.
At your command.
As soon as they get healthier, I'm going to recruit some more troops for them.
To your duties, men.
But no point in doing it when those troops are just going to die of sickness and disease. But I am going to recruit some more troops with him, because I think it's about time for us to take out the Montians. Although, it may require a full stack. We'll see. No, no, no.
We hunger for battle.
Really? All we can build are spearmen? Okay, that might change things a bit. Perhaps I should go over to Alexandria, where we can recruit Legio.
At your command.
Alright, let's do that.
Set up the watch.
And we're rapidly coming to the point where we may have to recruit another legion. Alright. So, Julian the Apostate. He was born in 331 in Constantinople, and he died in 363 in Mesopotamia at the age of 31 or 32. He could have been born in 332. What's interesting about Julian is that we have a primary source that spends a lot of time talking about him, and that is Ammianus Marcellinus. Now, Ammianus actually traveled with Julian and fought in his campaigns, or some of them. So he's a unique voice that gives us a lot of first-hand information about Julian. In fact, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I'd like to read verbatim out of Marcellinus what he has to say about Julian, because I think it's really interesting, and it benefits this series as a whole. He says, "My narrative, which is not a tissue of clever falsehoods, but an absolutely truthful account based on clear evidence, will not fall far short of a panegyric." That's like a praise, basically. It's writing a work of praise for somebody. "Because it seems that the life of this young man was guided by some principle which raised him above the ordinary and accompanied him from his illustrious cradle to his last breath. By a series of rapid steps, he attained such distinction, both at home and abroad, that in sagacity he was reckoned the reincarnation of Titus, the son of Vespasian. In the glorious outcome of his campaigns, very like Trajan, as merciful as Antoninus, and in his striving after truth and perfection, the equal of Marcus Aurelius, on whom he endeavored to model his own actions and character." So you could see, I already like the guy. But Julian was a philosopher emperor. He was a student of logic and reason, and he liked the classics. Someone wants us to assassinate Gundevald. I can't do that. I don't even have any assassins. So that's not going to happen, sorry. Population surplus in the islands. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, we have sanitation's just fine. We have an auditorium, but we're going to lose it eventually. You know what we don't have here is religion. So let's start with that. Otherwise, we're in good shape. Would these really help us at all? They would improve or increase squalor. They would improve public order a bunch, give us some wealth, but it would increase the religious influence of Roman paganism. And they cost a lot, so it would take 5 turns to recoup my expense. I'm not going to do it. Hispania, another group who has no doubt rebelled against the West. There they are, right in the middle. The Vandals, okay. Okay, they're turning into Christianity, that's fine. And our industry has been created. Industrious people are happy people. I like that. Food shortage in Pannonia. You know where that is, right? That's our new conquered land of Sirmium. And they did exactly what we thought. They did come after Salona. So the question is, can this gentleman,
How can I serve the people of Rome?
who's still a pretty decent general despite not being Arcadius, can he tackle a half stack of Ostrogoths and a full stack of Quadians?
At your command.
I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can. What I will do... Oh, really? Really? It's all you have are spearmen? How about mercenaries? I don't really want to waste the money, but let's just see. What do we have here? Germanic cavalry. That would be useful. Steppe raiders. Interesting. They're not that expensive. Mercenary steppe lancers are really cheap. And that's all we can really get. For some reason, we can't recruit the Germanic infantry. We can get hunters. I don't want them, though. So let's go with the warband and the steppe lancers. I don't need mounted archers. And these guys, the steppe raiders, are really expensive. So that's enough. 2 units of cavalry. And we have an event. Or do we? No, just units recruited, I see. Should I get the hunters? I can fit them. Oh, why not? They're inexpensive enough. Alright. Well, this is as good as it's going to get. Let's just maneuver ourselves in the direction of Salona. We're currently not at war with the Ostrogoths, so it'll just be
Would that I were as swift as the
us standing around, keeping an eye on things.
Your next command.
Actually, do you have a cool... Fortify? No, that'll cause them to have to attack you. We'll just stay where you are. Alright, so he's here at Sirmium.
For battle.
Let's go for a little walk.
At your command. Is that all? Ready for further orders.
Back to town. Okay, lovely. Oh, so we can repair. We just couldn't have afforded to in the previous one. Municipium. That's a lot of money. Wow, 7,000? We have 6,971. What's the problem here? You must rebuild your city first. Alright. That is a lot of money here. That's pretty much all the money I made that entire turn. Oh well.
Commander.
Now you, sir, are going to go give Arcadius your men. Especially the cavalry. Let's say 3 units of cavalry. We don't have any Really, we don't have any Legios? Oh, come on, just let me... Okay, fine. Alright, so Arcadius should be full. No, he's 19.
We hunger for battle.
Yeah, we'll give you some of these losers.
How can I serve the people of Rome? At your command.
Alright, now this fellow is going to go back to Constantinople. Alright, so we have 2 full stacks in the general vicinity of where all the stuff's going down here.
For orders.
You were heading over to Alexandria.
Of the watch.
In fact, I think once you cross the border... Well, no, we should recruit when we're inside the town because I think it makes it go by faster. And you still have the pox.
What does
Soon, though.
require?
Soon you will be disease-free and proud.
Waiting
I'm
for
sure.
orders.
Because the sanitation in Amida is actually really good. Oh, and by the way, I did upgrade to the Blood and Burning DLC. So hopefully we'll be seeing my men throwing up and being set on fire. And I'm sure you will enjoy that. And I'm sure that they won't. But that's what games are for, right? So Julian's full name was Flavius Claudius Julianus Augustus. Which is actually very modest compared to some of the gentlemen we've already spoken about. As I mentioned, Julian was raised in Bithynia, and to kind of understand Julian, first we have to understand what happened when Constantine died. So Constantine had a number of children. He executed his eldest son, Crispus, but that left 3 other sons, Constantius II, Constans, and Constantine II. Now those 3, under the lead of Constantius II, pretty much murdered all of... Ooh.
They made ready for war. The world had fallen into shadow. The earth grew cold, and the wind whispered of death. And I beheld a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of scales in his hand. Attila was born. All knelt before him, for they knew he would devour the earth and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. Attila was born from darkness and despair.
Aw, Attila's a cute little baby. I love how that voice actor was like, Attila was born. Like, he's just so menacing. Like, you could say anything. You can be like, Jesus was born. And it still sounds... I mean, it doesn't even matter. Oh, man. Yeah, death, suffering. He was a man born into the world to shake nations, the scourge of all lands, whose name brought fear to all mankind. Far to the east, in the Scythian wastes, a child is born, to the royal Hunnic line. Destined for greatness, he was named Attila, or Attila! I'm sorry. So, our objective is complete. And we completed 2 out of 6 bonus objectives. Well, I guess it's, better than none. So now we have to survive until 420. We can do that. Whoa, our income just took a ridiculous hit here. Wow, it dropped quite a bit. Oh, it's probably because of my mercenaries. Yeah, mercenaries cost a fortune to maintain. They're easy to recruit, but a fortune to maintain. Maybe I should get rid of them, actually. Are they worth it? I don't know. Anyways, what I was trying to say is Constantius II and his two brothers pretty much murdered everyone who was somehow related to them that could stand against them, with the exception of two, their cousins Gallus and Julian. Okay. Italia has made itself known, and they are down in Sicily. The West is having a hard time. East Germanic separatists and the Roxolanians are at war. Climate change. Uh-oh. The years grow colder. Huh, we wish. Climate change is afoot. I hope it's not the carbon from all of my sheep. Good spring in Palestine. Food shortage in Dardania. Yeah, that happens. But we have... Wow. Our food's going all crazy, too. What is... Attila was born, and all of a sudden, just... all manner of craziness happens. Alright, fine. We can't upgrade our fishing jetties. So maybe we can build a field in Egypt. Oh, look at this, folks. Let there be gold. There's gold in them thar hills. Alright, alright, you've convinced me. I'm converting this to a wheat field. Because we need more food. Okay, and we have plenty of money, but lower income, so we better be careful. Marcianopolis. Okay, so they said, build a garrison. I don't even see that. Do they mean a rally field? A garrison. Well, I'll just build some industry right now because it's cheap and then there's nothing else. I already have a rally field. Is cavalry corral, infantry grounds. Where is this garrison everybody's talking about? Maybe something you can only build here? No? I don't know. Someone will explain in the comments, I'm sure. Should we attack the Quadians? We are at war with them. They are moving up against... Or we can move... Oh, we can move down Arcadius, take them out, and then take out the Ostrogoths with this gentleman. That might be a good idea. We could rescue Salona. Or should we let them take Salona and then conquer it for ourselves? It's in a different... Yeah, it's in a different province as Sirmium, though. So it'll give us another one city in a province, which you really want to have all three cities in the province. So... I think we're just going to let it be. Just like John Lennon would want. Alright, let's upgrade the wheat farm. And Constantinople... I've been told that infantry grounds are kind of worthless, as higher level cavalry buildings allow you to produce good infantry. Maybe I should get a scriptorum, get some wealth, boost my research. Yeah, why not? Alright, let's save some money in the treasury. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, I apologize we didn't get to talk too much about history in this episode, but I read a nice passage from Marcellinus about Julian, and we are setting the stage for next episode, where we will continue to speak more about Julian the Apostate, who so admired Marcus Aurelius. Once again, I am Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.